Hey you guys, it's Moonlander back with another horror movie review, and today we're going to be looking at a 2017 movie from Canada called the Gracefield Incident. Now this movie is written and directed by Matthew Ratt, and he also plays the main character in this movie. So this is another found footage movie, but one with a higher production value, I will say. And it starts off with this main character who's named Matthew, is driving his wife to her second ultrasound, and for some reason he's filming this, and anyway they get in a nasty car accident and they lose the baby, and he also loses his eye. So then the movie jumps 10 months ahead, and they're planning a weekend getaway with some friends. And for some reason he's building this eye that has a camera in it that he can install in his empty eye socket, I guess to document his weekend with his friends. And he doesn't want them to be aware that he has a camera in his eye. Why exactly, I don't know. So for the weekend they're going to be staying at a cabin in the woods, which is owned by the main character's boss, who's also an avid Bigfoot fanatic. And he's also owns this cabin because I guess he thinks that he can find a Bigfoot there. And he has traps set around his house. So yeah, it sounds like a lovely place to be staying for a weekend. So when they arrive at this cabin, they basically just start drinking and having a good time.
With my best friend! Let's do this! Let's do it. Ready?
And all of a sudden, an alien space rock fires across the top of the cabin and lands somewhere nearby behind the cabin.
What is what?
That!
Watch out! Oh my god.
What the hell is this?
Now the guys go to investigate, and of course they find this alien space rock and they decide to keep it. Now after they have this rock, they start being tormented by a unknown creature. At first they think it's Bigfoot, but then their electricity starts to go haywire, their dog goes missing, and then one by one they get probed mentally. So the movie's about the main character trying to survive the night and protect his friends and loved ones. So the things I liked about this movie...
I'm not getting my bathing suit.
What is that?
And that's about it. Now this movie does start off at a high pace with a lot of energy, and you know, I could kind of look past some of its flaws, and you know, I kind of bought in and was getting a little excited, but as the movie kept going I just kept liking it less and less, all the way till the end when I just absolutely disliked the movie entirely. Now there was something very odd about the sound in this movie. I noticed several times that you could like hear 5 people talking at the same level of volume at the same time at several parts. Yeah, there was definitely something off about some of the sound in this movie, I noticed. And then I also felt like this movie had some terrible overacting in it. It was really pretty goofy acting all around. And now there's one scene in particular that sticks out in my mind. How they return from finding this rock, and this weekend getaway is supposed to be a way for this guy and his wife to try to have another baby. But he's missing his dog, and he's tired of losing people like the baby and the dog. And he starts crying, and it is just awful. And then this upsets the wife, and she's like, you better decide before you lose another loved one. And then she rips her shirt off as she's walking into the bathroom. It was just really weird. And then probably the worst thing about this movie is you do get a good look at this alien at the end, and oh my gosh, it's not very creative, and it's really just kind of boring. The alien's not scary. It's not really even threatening. It just kind of does whatever it wants. It'll just pull people by the feet at random. It can jump 50 feet in the air. So my final thoughts on this movie is, while it does have a higher production value than most found footage, this movie is really bland, it's boring, and it's not scary at all. So I really can't suggest this movie. And I thought about it pretty hard, what could make it better. And I think instead of the alien probing these people's minds, it might have been more entertaining if he probed them anally. Okay guys, so I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next review.